Hey, I'm Dr. Bob Cargill, and welcome back to Bible and Archaeology's ongoing discussion of the Nativity and how we arrived at this iconic scene we have today. In previous videos, we discussed the idea of the inn and how it was actually a guest room in the same house. And we discussed the manger and why Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus ended up with a bunch of animals. To catch up on those videos, click the link right up here. Today, we'll look at exactly who came to visit the Holy Family that night. In most classic nativity sets, we typically find two sets of visitors among the crowd, shepherds and magi, commonly called wise men. But where does this image come from? Is there some textual source that gives us this image of both shepherds and magi visiting baby Jesus? Is the classic nativity scene wrong? First things first, there is textual support for a visit from both shepherds and from a group of magi at some point following Jesus' birth. Our description of the shepherds comes from the Gospel of Luke, where a group of shepherds living in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night, this is Luke 2:8, receive a message from an angelic visitor who directs them to Bethlehem to find, quote, a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger. This is Luke 2:12, the night of the birth. So according to the Gospel of Luke, it was shepherds who came to visit Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. However, in Matthew's Gospel, we read that Magi came to visit. Matthew 2:1 and 2 read, quote, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem asking, where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? Now, these Magi are usually referred to as wise men, but what the word means is astrologer or magician from the Western Persian Empire. However we translate the word, the Magi were foreign, specifically Persian men, who were thought to be able to interpret the stars and their significance. Please note two things about the Magi mentioned in Matthew 2. First, the biblical text never calls them kings, despite what the Christmas Carol says. Second, notice that the text never says how many Magi there were, only that there were more than one, as Magi is plural. But the Bible never says that there were three of them, again, despite what the Christmas Carol says. So Luke's Gospel says that shepherds visited, and Matthew's Gospel says that Magi visited. So which is it? How do these figures, the shepherds and the Magi, who each come from different narratives and do not appear together in either Gospel account, come to be depicted together in our representations of the Nativity? The answer is because people of faith have blended or harmonized our understanding of these two separate birth narratives together. The simplest solution to remedying the difference between Luke and Matthew, between shepherds visiting and Magi visiting, is to blend the two gospel accounts together and have everyone visit baby Jesus. So, is it technically wrong, let's say literarily inaccurate, to have the Magi present in our nativity scene with the shepherds? Technically, yes. But don't go throw away any of your figurines just yet. Maybe just move those Magi across the scene so they can be traveling, let's say approaching the Holy Family after the shepherds leave. Just leave some room for three wise travelers, or wait, was it three? And how did we arrive at the tradition of three Magi? Check out our next video to find out. Until then, from all of us here at Bible and Archaeology, I'm Dr. Bob Cargill wishing you everything the best.